Everyone loves penguins. They are the internet's favorite flightless bird. They look like they're wearing little tuxedos. They waddled around like toddlers who just soiled their diapers. And they slide on their bellies like they're having the time of their lives. But let's be real. If you actually look at the stats, choosing the penguin build in the game of life is arguably one of the worst decisions. You are essentially spawning into the server with the harshest difficulty settings. Your movement speed on land is trash. Your main ability is standing still. And your neighbors are mostly ice, rocks, and things that want to eat you. Today, we are going to break down why being born as a penguin is actually a logistical nightmare, and why this build desperately needs a patch. P-Y-A. Why, welcome to the Penguin Tier Review. Let's start by talking about map selection. Most birds spawn in trees, jungles, or places with dirt. But penguins. They decided to set up their base on a literal block of ice at the bottom of the world. The Antarctica server is permanently set to hardcore mode temperatures. Drop to -60 degrees Celsius. Winds hit 200 kilometers per hour. There is no cover. There is no shelter. If you play as the Emperor Penguin class, you don't even get a nest. Your home is just your feet. You have to stand there, balancing your entire bloodline on your toes, praying the wind doesn't knock you over. Because here's the kicker. If you trip in a blizzard, it's game over. You don't just get cold. You get buried in snow. Why would any species evolve to live here? It's like finding an empty parking lot inside a meat freezer and deciding, yes, this is where I will raise my children. It makes absolutely zero logical sense. Now, let's look at the character design. Evolution really min-maxed this build, but in the weirdest way possible. First, the legs. Technically, penguins do have knees. They have long legs, but the developers decided to trap their knees inside their body in a fixed squat position. Imagine doing a wall sit exercise for your entire life. That is the penguin existence. To be fair, the devs dumped all their skill points into hydrodynamics. In the water, you are a torpedo, a majestic bullet of feathers. But the second you touch land, you are new-fed into oblivion. You have the agility of a refrigerator. Because you can't fly, you have to walk everywhere. And because you have tiny, squatting legs, walking isn't a quick trip. Imagine walking 50 miles to the grocery store, barefoot, in a blizzard, just to get a single sushi roll for your kid. That is your daily grind. And you have to do it while belly flopping over ice ridges every 5 minutes. But the absolute worst part of the penguin gameplay loop is the parenting questline, specifically for the Emperor class. Here is the routine. The female lays the egg. She realizes she's starving. So, she passes the egg to the dad and says, "Good luck! I'm going fishing!" She leaves for 2 months. So now, you, the male penguin, have to stand in one spot for 60 days. You cannot eat. You cannot move. You just huddle with the boys in the freezing cold. And this brings us to the famous huddle. From the outside, it looks cute. In reality, it is a socialist nightmare of thermodynamics. If you are on the outside of the circle, you freeze. So, everyone slowly shuffles toward the middle to get warm. But once you get warm in the middle, you get pushed back out to the edge. It's a constant, slow-motion mosh pit. You will lose nearly half your body weight just waiting for your wife to come back with the milk. It's brutal. Okay, let's say you survived the cold. You survived the starvation. You finally get to go to the ocean to eat. Enter the leopard seal. This thing is a prehistoric monster designed solely to ruin your day. Leopard seals are essentially spawn campers. They hang out right at the edge of the ice, waiting for you to jump in. This is why penguins do the push. You'll see them standing at the edge, looking nervous. They aren't being polite. They are waiting for one idiot to fall in first. If the first guy gets eaten, to rest, wait. If he survives, pool party. It is literally purely RNG random number generation, whether you live or die every single morning. And if the seals don't get you, the orcas will. Orcas love eating penguins, but they don't just eat them. they play with them. Being a penguin means you are the bottom of the food chain, but wrapped in a wrapper that is annoying to peel. We can't finish this video without talking about the Adelie penguin. They look cute and innocent. Do not be fooled. These little guys are the chaos agents of the Antarctic. In the Adelie community, rocks are currency. You need rocks to build a nest, but finding rocks is hard work. So, Adelies choose a life of crime. They will watch their neighbor place a rock, wait for him to turn his back, and then steal it immediately. This leads to endless fights, slapping machetes, and drama. Early explorers were actually horrified by them. They have zero moral compass. If the emperor penguin is the noble sufferer, the Adelie is the chaotic villain. So, let's recap the build. Pros: you look dapper in a suit, and you are an excellent swimmer. Cons: you live in a freezer. You can't fly. Your knees are stuck in your chest, and everything wants to eat you. Being a penguin is a grind. It's a high-effort, low-reward build that relies entirely on cooperation just to not die. I'm placing the penguin in the solid D. It would be F tier. But the sliding mechanic is pretty fun. If you enjoyed this breakdown, smash that subscribe button before a leopard seal smashes you. Let me know in the comments which animal build I should review next. Thanks for watching.